This is the great legend, and I am coming at you live tonight, fans, with my 200. No, okay, this is live. It's not my 200. It is coming at you live with Alex the Comic Hoarder's 200 subscriber contest video entry. My 200 subscribers, man, I don't even remember back that long. Let me tell you. This is the great legend, and I am coming at you live. Gotta turn that echo down. But back in my day when I was hitting that 200, man, I know how it felt, and it felt good. But man, I was all brown beard over here, man. I didn't have this old school look to the beard like I do today. But I tell you what, man, it's good to be here in the YouTube comic book community, and it is good to be here live tonight celebrating with all of my fans around the world. All, I don't even know how many there are, but all the fans around the world, the millions and the millions that watch the Great Legend Show week in and week out, do his thing live like no one else can do on the tube, baby. So what we got tonight, we're talking about Alex the Comic Hoarder, man. Alex the Comic Hoarder. I talked about this in prior videos, man. This guy busts on the scene, and man, he got over 200 subs in a short amount of time. For one, he's got some good books. He's got some good issues, some keys, man. He's got some great variant covers as well. And he's got a lot to show in his man cave, man. He's a, just like me back in the back, man. He's an arcade gamer. He's got a lot of games and stuff like that. Hopefully one of these days in the YouTube comic book community, we can all pick an arcade game and try to beat each other's high score. Now that would be a sight to see. But tonight we're talking about Alex the Comic Hoarder, 200 subs. This is his contest entry. He's got a contest going on. But before we get to this contest, I want to give some big shout outs. Actually, the live chat is on this side like Scott Hall. Hey, yo. So, we got the chat over here, and then afterwards, put your comments below if you're watching this on the rewind on the Great Legends Show. And so happy I'm seeing everybody here tonight. We have one of my brothers from the Legends Live Auction. Man, and he gets keys, man. He's got so many high keys. I don't know what he's going to do with them all. But I tell you, I think he's going to make some money. That's for sure. He is Who Dat Comics, Collectibles, and Gaming. Russell Surratt. And when you watch him on the live Legends Live Auction, you will find that he has an excellent deal for you, especially if he's doing Surratt super savings. We also have my brother from the Blaster Stash It crew, Trinity Comics, and we have Space Boy Jordan. Thanks for the sub, my man. No, thank you for the sub of mine. Yeah. Space Boy Jordan, very cool, very new school in the community as well. He has 88 subs right now, but let's get Space Boy Jordan over 100 subs. We could do it tonight. We could do it together. We could do it as one comic book community, because united we stand, divided we fall. So let's get everyone subbed, and we'll all have a ball. LP loves them little rhymes I do. All right, Alex the Comic Hoarder, man. Great contest. He's got one going on. He's hot in the comic book community right now. And I watch a lot of channels, and I know my YouTubers. I've been live for a really long time. I know what I see, and I know what I do. And I'm watching these videos, and they're talking about Alex the Comic Hoarder. And I've been lucky enough to have Alex watch my videos, so in return, I'll check his stuff out as well. And that's kind of the thing. That's how you meet people in the comic book community. So, been hearing nothing but great things about Alex. He showed off his 50 best books, which is no feat. That is hard as hell to do, especially if you have a huge collection. Going through, pulling out 50 books, man, it's rough, but the payoff. It's a good payoff, though. I mean, you get all these more people interested in your channel. They watch you. It can get you more subs, more views, because if they like what they see, and I like what I see from Alex Comic Hoarder, they'll be coming back for more. Woo! Says Space Boy Jordan. I feel like going over there and getting the Ric Flair Funko Pop. Woo! So it's great to be here tonight, and we got 5 watching live tonight, here to celebrate Alex the Comic Hoarder 200 subs contest entry. Alex is probably like, damn, this is going to be one of the longest comic book entries known to man, because I haven't even got to the stuff I want to show or even talked about this contest. But he's celebrating 200 subs. He's already up to around 250. And the object of this is, I mean, when you celebrate someone's landmark, their milestone, you're celebrating that not only as a channel of myself, but you're celebrating it amongst the whole community. So all of my subscribers are going to see this video, and some of my subscribers, I would probably guess about 3,500 of the subscribers, are not subscribed to Alex the Comic Hoarder. So what are you waiting for? The link is down below in the video description. You could do it tonight, you could do it tomorrow, you could do it the next day, but you got to do it quick. Sometimes you don't want to get left behind like Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. I won't be making videos then. You'll be watching everything on the rewind. It won't be live no more. All right, so anyway, you got to be 18. First you got to subscribe to the guy. I mean, Jesus, it's his contest. You got to be a subscriber. You got to be 18. 18 and up. Unless your name is this one guy. He's a comic collector. So, yeah, that. And details for this contest, I have the channel link, but go to the channel, find his 200 subscriber contest details. Also, you have to be a member, or you have to be subscribed to these channels. In his video description, he mentions, and that's the thing, you want to try to get these people some subs, so you got to subscribe to all those people as well. I'll go ahead and give you the names, I guess. On this thing, you got to subscribe to Dork4, Justin Byers, Blackpool, Seeking NM Comics, Leonard Hutchins, 80i Samurai, Count Von Strange the Fourth, who is here in the chat room tonight. You got to sub up Count Von Strange the Fourth, huge Walking Dead fan, huge horror fan. Space Boy Jordan, he's here tonight as well. Daydreams and Nightmares, and I just watched a video by him tonight doing a CBA Comic Book Estates, comic book awards. So much going on in the comic book community. Key Issue Comics is preaching a big comeback by a YouTuber. Blast It or Stash It, our team on Friday, we're preaching a big comeback by one of our favorite YouTubers, one of your favorite YouTubers. I'm not going to give any names. We're going to make it a surprise. I don't want to ruin it for anybody. So, Collector27 is the guy's name. You got to be 18 and up, except this guy named Collector27. We're allowing him. Got to be subbed up to Alex the Comic Hoarder and all those YouTubers I just said. And now he wants me to tell him a little bit about what I collect, what your favorite character is, what you're into, show some stuff you may collect, and however many things you want. And tonight, fans, I've got many, many, many things. And give a shout out to some YouTubers that you think need more subs. Now, I'm going to go over those YouTubers that I think need more subs first, in accordance to all of the YouTubers Alex the Comic Hoarder has listed on his 200 subscribers contest rules and prizes video. But I'm going to go over mine real quick. Let me get back to my camera because I want to make sure I'm looking at the camera. I mean, I'll let a lot of y'all pay to see this face. The beanie and the beard, baby. That's what LP talking about. All right, so let me get on the chat real quick. I want to check the chat because I like to check the chat. I like to chat. I like to check the chat. Like I said, also joining us, Count Von Strange the Fourth, Space Boy Jordan, Who Dat Comics, Trinity Comics, and one of the coolest Funko collectors out there, Funkoff, who just went over his 100 subs not too long ago. He's at 115 now. But these subscribers I'm going to talk to you about right now, they're in the video description below. I want you to check them out. I want you to sub these guys up. They're amazing YouTubers, amazing YouTubers. And there's so much untapped knowledge that these YouTubers have yet to even give back to this community, because they need more subs, they need more people to watch them, so the subs, the viewers, can watch them talk about their passion of comic books. I'm really pumped up right now because I'm happy. Count Monster Age. Beards for life, baby. For life. Or is it for life? I don't know how it's reversed on y'all's screen. I want to talk about this guy. You know, I always talk about this guy in MLP, Larry Higgins, Father Nobi, but from his channel, I got to meet a very cool guy. He's no BS. He's no bullshit. There may be some cussing when you watch his videos because he tells it like it is. He's a passionate human being. He's a man that everyone needs to get to know. You know, he's a guy. He hasn't been dealt, you know, a deck of cards that's going to give you a royal flush or a straight flush or fucking maybe even not even a two pair. But he's got a pair of kids that mean the world to him. And sometimes in life, you know, there's things out there like things like 1938's Action Comics by National Comics that went on to become DC Comics. There's things that are on that upper echelon that people try to climb that ladder, and they try to climb it and climb it and climb it, and they try to get that big ticket item, or whether it be the winning lotto ticket, or maybe their you know, famous Holy Grail on YouTube. But here's a guy that, despite all that kind of stuff, you know, he don't care about money or nothing like that. He's got two things on his mind: his children, and you know, and then surviving. That's what I call it. I call it surviving. He's got his kids, and he survives. And he's got Izzy, which is a little pet lizard. But yeah, he's surviving, man. He's a survivor. And when you watch his videos, you can't help but to kind of listen to him, and you take that information in that he's talking about, almost preaching it to you in the video. And he has that passion. He has that drive. Nothing can keep this guy down. You know, a lot of bad shit can happen, but he's going to get off his ass, and he's going to keep getting up. He's going to keep fighting. He's going to keep climbing that ladder, and you know, pulling and fighting the fight. And that's what this guy does. And that guy's Maverick Freelance. I met him, or you know, I guess I started watching him through Larry Higgins, but his name's Maverick Freelance, and he's one of those guys that humble as all get out. If he sees this, he'll probably be kind of pissed because he don't like recognition or any of the other bullshit that a lot of us like. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. Legend loves his subs. Legend loves his fans. Legend loves his family and friends. Fuck, I think that may have rhymed as well. You know, what can I say? But this guy, Maverick Freelance, he don't care about none of that stuff. He just does it to do it. And when you listen to the guy talk, it's almost like you're listening to a Tony Robbins or anybody. Shit, I don't listen to a lot of those motivational speakers, but that's what he does. He motivates me. He actually motivates me to be a better dad because I listen to some of the hardships he goes through, and some of that shit sometimes I take for granted. But he opens my eyes to so much more, and you know, it's all about, you know, being the leader. You know, don't do what everyone else does. Don't be one of those sheep. And I love, he calls them sheeple. Don't be no sheeple. Do what you do, and make that difference. And you know, what you're going to get out of that is your kids, your friends, your coworkers. They're going to see the things you do, and they're going to want to try to improve themselves as well. So very cool guy. I can't say enough about him, and I've probably said enough. And like I said, if he sees this, he'll probably be pissed because he's just that kind of guy. But I love the guy. He's fucking awesome. Maverick Freelance. And Maverick, let me tell you about Maverick, okay? I'm not going to open it up, but he has less than 100 subs. And he's one of those people you're going to be lucky if you meet in life. And then he don't see himself like that, and that's fine. I mean, when people meet the legend, y'all is fucking lucky. I'm telling that right now. But anyway, subscribe to Maverick Freelance. Next up, Rob Harris. Man, I can't say enough cool things about Rob. Rob hadn't made a video in about a month, but he made a video today. And even though he doesn't get a lot of physical books, he doesn't get a lot of books from the local comic book store, but he's got a really smart way of doing things. And this is kind of what I've fallen back to, watching some of his videos and some other people's videos, that you can save so much money and build your income and save a lot of money. You don't have to buy a lot of comics. You don't have to buy every DC comic. Fuck, I want to. I really do. I mean, you should have seen it when New 52 came out, man. 2011, 2012, man. I was buying that stuff off the shelves. Man, it was just like, I was like a kid at a candy store. It was the first time I got back into comics as a full-fledged adult with a full-fledged bank account. So here I am, buying a lot of books, and buying more than what I could even read. But by watching Rob Harris and others and just, telling myself, Rob, legend, you got all these books, you got your holy grails, you got your big time runs. Take a step back, man. Just enjoy the back issues. Go back and pick up the old school Silver Age and, smell a Golden Age. Get that smell in you and love what you have. Don't, what's the word? Don't envy what others have or, because they show some nice stuff. Don't be like, oh, I got to have that book, and then you go buy it on your credit cards. Don't do stuff like that. I'm kind of preaching like Maverick here. But Rob Harris buys the characters that he likes. And what he likes to see is he likes the characters that are in the magic realm. I've got one right here that's one of my favorite characters. Let me get on the camera because I need to see the camera here. This is Phantom Stranger, first Silver Age appearance. Showcase presents number 80, VF to Near Mint 9.0 reader copy. I think I've got another copy of this graded. I'm not sure. I think I do. Sometimes I don't really know what I have because I have too much, and sometimes I take that shit for granted. That's why I'm going to sell some books soon. Phantom Stranger, though, one of my favorite characters, a mystical character. I fell in love with this character when I started reading him in the New 52. He came out in the second series of books, started with issue 0, and we found out, I'm going to give you a little history lesson because I know some of you are Christian brothers and sisters, and I'm a Christian guy. So I read the Bible on occasion. Probably I need to read it more. But I read it on occasion. King James Version is my favorite version. This character has gone through many origin stories. And I'm going to get back to Rob Harris here in a minute. This character has gone through many origin stories. But in the New 52's origin story, and I implore you to get this book if you can get it from your library or read it online or something of that nature. This character was a guy by the name of Judas Iscariot. Now, a lot of Bible scholars know, are people that have read the Bible. You don't need to be a Christian to read the Bible because it is an important book. It's a book of history, an old book of history. Judas Iscariot was the guy that sold out Jesus. Man, he was a disciple. He was a follower of Christ. Sold him out for 20 silver. I think it's 20 silver. I ain't read that part of the Bible lately. I haven't read the Phantom Stranger lately. And the reason I don't read that part of the Bible is because I always get a little teary-eyed. I always cry a lot because I think that's the greatest gift anyone can give a person is the gift of Jesus. Anyway, sorry, I don't mean to get all religious on some of you folks that may be atheists. More power to you. Sig Heil, all that good stuff. Anyway, Phantom Stranger, man. Judas Iscariot. So, he sells out Jesus, man. And then what happens is, he has to go before, in Jeremy, you're going to like this, because you've read about this wizard in the New 52, the older wizard. He's kind of African American in the New 52 universe, kind of got the fro and the goatee. That is Shazam in the New 52 universe. So Phantom Stranger, you find out in the New 52 version, he goes before Shazam and the council at the Rock of Eternity. And two other people go with him. There's the guy that becomes the Question, Vic Sage, as we know in the old school, Denny O'Neil and Steve Ditko's Blue Beetle #1 by Charlton Comics. You get Vic Sage, and you get Pandora, who opened the box, put her ass in front. I mean, Jesus, trying to destroy the world here, Pandora. God dang! All right, so Phantom Stranger, his curse is he has to walk the earth for eternity, and he's led by a dog. Spell that backwards and it's God. So he's led by this dog that speaks, a Scottish terrier, which in the comics we all believe that to be God, or one of the high angels, if you will. And Phantom Stranger does these deeds, and when he does these deeds, one piece of silver falls off the necklace of all the silver pieces, and the object is he has to repent for that big sin he did by doing these deeds for God, that is on, and God has a path for Judas, for Phantom Stranger. So in the end, he finally does, and if you get Futures End, New 52 Futures End, the lenticular cover of the Phantom Stranger, that one-shot issue, you'll see that story come to an end. So very good. Phantom Stranger, one of my favorite characters, by the way. I love that character, and I got that book. Now back to Rob Harris, and back to these things I'm telling you about. These characters he is one of the guys that says, okay, I'm going to save money. I'm going to buy only the characters that I like. So from Marvel, he buys the Doctor Strange books. He's got the normal Doctor Strange, and then there's two other series of Doctor Strange that Marvel's, whoring for money because the movie's out. And they're limited series. But he really loves the Doctor Strange stuff. And if you look in some of these books, beautiful artwork. They have creatures that look like they could be out of an H.P. Lovecraft novel. I mean, awesome art. And you also get some Swamp Thing. Well, who am I talking about? Yeah. Okay, that's DC. My bad. I'm confusing. I'm going parallel comics here. But so he loves Doctor Strange. And on the DC side, he likes Hellblazer. So he gets about 3 Doctor Strange books and 1 Hellblazer book. And he buys them digital. He doesn't go to the store buying a paper comic. He buys them digital, and say if he doesn't feel like reading, he doesn't buy any books. When he wants to read that next issue, he buys the issue digital. And what's cool, he can flip it on his tablet, and he can get both variant covers because they're digital on the tablet. So he reads his books that way. And some collectors do that. They're not in it for the monetary value, but in it for the story. And Rob Harris, if you're watching this, I implore you to go check out your local library and see if there's any graphic novels or collected comic book issues in trade paperback, or even some libraries have Comics Plus or other ways to read digital issues online. That's Rob Harris. He's an awesome YouTuber. He also likes computer games, video games, Star Wars Galaxy fan that is a since expired online MMORPG, but he can play it on a mod server or something like that where you can still play the game. So definitely check him out. He also is into tabletop gaming like Dungeons and Dragons, TSR's Marvel Heroes, the old school one from the 80s, so he's really into those. So I implore you to check out Rob Harris as well. Third, last but not least, and I was shocked, fans, when I saw this guy, when I saw him and his amount of subscribers and all the knowledge this guy possesses on the independent books. I was amazed he didn't have, I don't even know if he's up to 50 subscribers, but that is Wonky Ninja. You'll find Wonky Ninja a big part of LP, Larry Higgins, Rebel Comics. You'll find him on that channel when him and LP discuss. They usually discuss one independent book per week. And I know I'm going long in this, and I do need to shorten this, but I want to give a lot of love back to these guys that don't have that many subscribers. But Wonky Ninja's a great guy. He loves the indie books. He loves the Marvel. He loves the DC. He loves it all. He loves the trades, the hardcovers, the collectibles, the figures, statues, movie posters, movies, DVDs, Blu-rays. Man, he's got it all, man. He's got tats. He's a huge Green Lantern fan, huge Jeff Lemire fan. So many of the things that he likes, I really like as well. And it's been really great when I can get on the live shows with LP and get a chance to not only talk to LP, and if I'm lucky to talk to Maverick, but also talk to Wonky Ninja as well, because he has so much knowledge about comic book collecting and comics and history in general. So sub up Wonky Ninja, huge Green Lantern fan as well. He's an awesome guy, and I'm really amazed he can't. Well, I guess it's all up to the subs, really. I mean, people need to go watch him and subscribe to this guy, and that's Wonky Ninja. Now, before I go any further into showing what I like, which it's not about me, it's about Alex and the people bringing the community together and letting people know that there are other channels out here other than the Great Legend Show, because I know everyone flocks to see me, but there's other channels that know a lot more than they know a hell of a lot more about books than I do. Let me tell you, my guy who got comics, collectibles, and gaming, Amazing Spider-Man, he knows about it. He's working on his full run of Amazing Spider-Man. And, you know, he's doing what I did, trying to go after those big-ass keys and then worry about the little stuff later. But go ahead and get the big stuff out of the way. My buddy Jeremy, Trinity Comics, just got back into collecting not too long ago with a lot of the DC Rebirth titles. He already knows a hell of a lot more than me about current ongoings in the DCU right now. So I'll pick his brain and watch his videos and listen to what he has to say on Blaster Stash It Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern. But I want to give some shout outs to everyone in the chat room right now. We've got some new folks in the chat. Now, we have OMG Chris, and Chris, I'm so glad you're here. OMG Chris, he's actually, and he's one of those humble guys too. He's actually up for some awards for the voting in the CBA Comic Book Estates 600 subscribers appreciation YouTube Comic Book Community Award Show. So check out OMG Chris. Got one of the best intros in YouTube. Also, Russ, you need to be getting to sleep soon. But stay on here if you need to. Well, I want to give a big shout out to Darkrai Lover Channel. Darkrai Lover Channel. Check out Darkrai Lover Channel. I'm subbing him up right now. Get Darkrai Lover Channel subbed up. Let me check out your channel real quick, because, you know, we're supposed to be giving some shouts and some shows, and it's good to see you. You're in school right now, but you're going to be getting some good videos, some good content up. So yeah, I got some vlogs. Thanks for stopping by. Pokemon, it's awesome. Yeah, I play some Pokemon Go every now and then. So yeah, check out Darkrai Lover Channel. And I hope I'm saying that right, Darkrai. Let me get back to, is this what I'm looking at? No, that's that other thing. All right, so I'm going to get into some of the stuff. Oh, and Splash Page Comics is here. Splash, it's good to see you live tonight here. And Splash has been on all night. You know what? I don't even know if I'm still filming right now. Huh. Okay. I got to be careful. I may have actually shut that down for a minute there. So let me see if I'm still filming right now. Maybe I've gone too long. And I hope this still works. Come on, come on. Okay, I think I'm still live. All right. I kind of got out of the page I was in. You know, when you have a lot of tabs open, you got to be careful. All right, so I want to give a big shout out to Splash Page Comics. He loves Marvel Comics. Not a lot of DC love, but he's still an awesome guy, because that Marvel age pretty much brought superheroes back to the mainstream culture, pop culture in the 60s. So definitely a big collector, has a lot of awesome books, and he's got history. So I love watching him when I can catch him live, either on his own channel or live on Chaz's Kyushu Comics channel. Also, big shout out, Mr. Chupacandre. Thank you for letting me know I'm filming, and I'm actually watching myself on the channel. I'm going to kind of stay on that and make sure I don't, mess up anything. And I got a guy by the name of Gene Paul Ace Peter, Sean, who's a huge Marvel fan. He says, hashtag, make mine Marvel. Coming at you live, Alex, Comic Hoarder's 200 subscriber contest live show tonight. And he's got to have a long show to watch if he's watching this on the rewind. So, thank y'all so much for watching. I want to show some things that I'm into. I'm going to get the big ones out of the way. I know a lot of you know these characters that I like, and I'll go ahead and start with this guy. I'm going to show Funko. I'm going to show one of my rare Funkos. Limited to 480 pieces. We have a 2011 San Diego Comic-Con Funko exclusive. And this is the Thing, the metallic version. Isn't that cool? Metallic Thing. You know, I love Ben Grimm. He's got the blue eyes all the way down from Yancey Street eating at Petunias. Sweet pie. Let me put him on the floor, actually, because I don't want him to mess up anything. So with that, let me see if I got my book I was going to show you. I'm going to show you this one. I want to send this off to get graded one of these days and possibly get an upgraded copy. This is probably a 2.0. Always grade low. Could be a 3 or a 4 or a 3.5. I don't know if pressing or anything. Well, you know what? I don't even know. You know, this thing may actually come back restored. I'm not even sure. Because I see I think I see a tear seal here. And that's all right. That's all right. Even a restored copy of this is pretty awesome to have in the collection. So, I might get this book graded. I don't know who I'll have graded, but it's probably going to get restored because I think it does have a beautiful tear seal. And I say beautiful because they did a great job on this book. It looked like it may have used to been a cut or a rip, or it could be a fold or a bend in the cover. I'm not really sure. But that's Fantastic Four, number 12. I'm trying to find that for y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it. Probably not, but Fantastic Four 12, so I do want to get this graded. Problem is with grading, man, grading costs money, especially on these Silver Age books. And they, you pay for Express, oh, I'm going to pay for the 5-day thing, and it comes like 3 weeks later. So that book there, I do need to go ahead and get this graded because I do want to get a better copy of this. And I'm actually eyeing one right now. But we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? It's kind of expensive, and I would have to sell some stuff, I don't know if it's worth it. But love this book. When I was initially growing up and getting into the Fantastic Four, my first issue of the Fantastic Four back issue that I bought was issue 167. Beautiful cover. Hulk and Thing are actually teamed up together, fighting in an amusement park. It's a continuation of issue 166. Great storyline where, so many times the Thing has battled Hulk, but they needed to work together. So, really good book. One of these days, look for this book on the live auction when I get graded. Like I said, it may be restored, but, it's hard to tell if it was restored because you'd figure if it was restored, it would look a lot nicer, but who knows. Fantastic Four, number 12. The first Marvel crossover book with another character. This actually ties for first for Marvel crossover because the same month this came out, a book by the name of Amazing Spider-Man number 1 hit the stands. About a full year after Fantastic Four already kind of made its play. And in that Amazing Spider-Man number 1, of course, the crossover was the Fantastic Four. And this one we have the Hulk. So, very cool. Cool book, one of my favorite comics of all time. And I have the full run of Fantastic Four. I'm just trying to work on some variants here and there in the 500s and 600s. Damn good series though, and check my channel, youtube.com/rdowdy95. Scroll down, you'll find my Fantastic Four collection playlist, and I'm going to be doing issue 151 to 200 very soon. All right, another character. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy out of the way. I got a Funko of him. Is Shazam, the original Captain Marvel. I love this character. This is a metallic Shazam right there. Very hard to find. It's a Gemini Collectibles exclusive, limited to 240 pieces. Very cool. You know, my favorite guys, man, I had to go metallic. You know what I'm saying? Got them in the Funko hard case. So I'll show you a Shazam book. Now I've got this full run of books. That's Shazam #1. This also is a VF Near Mint 9.0. Great reader copy, very clean. I do not have a graded copy of this. I don't really, you know, some of us don't believe in graded books because once they're slabbed, man, it's like they're in a coffin. Now, all the stuff I do have slabbed, you know, there's some monetary value. I ain't gonna lie, there's some monetary, you know. But for all that monetary stuff, I've got trades, I've got reprints, I've got other ways to read those titles. So, love this story. CC Beck art is inside. He was still alive, kicking and helping out and lending a helping hand to my main man, Shazam. All right, I'm going to take a little break. We're going to check the chat, and I'm going to show you some of the books I've been reading currently that I've really been digging. It's a part of my pool that I'm behind in reading, and then I'm going to show you an independent series that I really like, and another cool kind of B or C list character. But first, let's check the comments. Damn, okay, I'm clicking on every tab I'm clicking on the wrong tab. All right, I want to give a big shout out to some of the new additions to the live chat, like the Uncanny, Kyle Walker. And that's another guy, you know, he deserves way more subs than he has. He has 181 subs right now, which fits him well because one of the favorite characters on the X-Men, of course, you know, is Wolverine. And he got his start, well, he got his cameo on the last panel of Hulk 180 as Hulk was fighting Wendigo. But, Wolverine's first full appearance was Hulk 181 by your main man on the writing, Lynn Wein and Herb Trimpe on the art. And we lost Herb Trimpe in 2016, which was really sad. So, but Lynn Wein is still around. So, you know, if you want to get a SIG, don't put Stan Lee's SIG on the book. Put Lynn Wein SIG on the book. I want to give a big shout out. And, you know, GPAP's just hanging. He says NM, Near Mint, just hanging out, brother. That's what it's all about. I know, man. Shazam could have been making love with the ladies. Again, big shout out to everyone in the chat. Uncanny. It's uncanny, Kyle, that you're awake right now, but in New Zealand, it's probably pretty early. We're talking Alex the Comic Quarter 200 subs contest, and he wants to know what the Great Legend is into. I'm going to show you what I've been reading lately. And let me find my screen. Let me find my camera. I'm going to show you some stuff here. IDW, man. Back to the Future. My favorite movie trilogy of all time. Some's going to say Lord of the Rings. Some people are going to say the original Star Wars trilogy. Lucas, you know, 77, 80, 83, you know, the movies he did. Some are going to say the prequels. I should call the shitfuls. And then some are going to say they like the Alien trilogy before they went into the fourth Alien movie. Actually, the third Alien movie sucked. That was one where she was stuck in the prison with Rock. What was Rock's name? Charles S. Dutton. I didn't like that one. I like that flamethrower in people like Bill Paxton was using. That was a good movie. Aliens, the second one. Some people have a lot of trilogies. My trilogy, and I'm not talking about trilogies corner. He's really cool and all. You know, I like that guy. But this is my favorite trilogy, and that's the Back to the Future trilogy. All these books by IDW. And Sean likes when I open the books and show pages. And the art's really good. Usually 2 artists work on the book. Well, what you're getting here with this IDW Back to the Future, so far I'm up to, I read issue 4 today, issue 5, and issue 6. Issue 6 right there. Let me go through them again so you can see them a little better. They're in Mylar, so sorry for that shine, man. You know, when the Lord does come back from the heavens and the clouds open up and you see that bright light come down and shine upon you, it's going to look like that, just like Mylar. It's going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. And there it is, Mylar. And like I said, some of you might be atheists, and you're not going to see any of that stuff unless you believe in Jesus. And if you don't, fuck, man, you might as well just go buy some Mylar. I'll even sell it to you. But anyway, so issue number 5 right there, a great issue. And what I loved about issue 5, we got to see Clara Brown, Emmett's wife, tell her kind of side of the story, how she was born, how she was raised in New York, raised on the East Coast. She did not want the boring life. After her parents died, she wanted to move out to Hill Valley, California. And we all know when she got out there, Doc saved her, man. It was awesome. Saved her off that wagon that would have turned into whatever ravine, Clara Barton Ravine or whatever it was. Actually, I think Clara Barton was a real life person. But anyway, so great issue. And issue 6 is a new story arc that I've started to read. And man, I just read this and I already forgot what the hell it was. Actually, I remembered it was Marty and Jennifer, you know, fighting, and Doc is not around. It's all in. What's cool is if you look at the first 5 issues, this is issue 4. The storyline fills in a lot of stories, so you get a lot of Easter eggs in here. You find out it's so damn cool. Issue 4, it's got a 1938 Action Comics Easter egg type thing in there. If you want to know how Doc made the money, once he goes to the future, you know, he wants to explore the future, right? It's after Back to the Future, the first movie. Doc goes to the future. He's like, I'm going to go to 2015. Marty says, look me up. And Doc goes to the future. When he gets to the future, he's out in the area, pasture, and they're doing an old school car collector thing. It's like old-timey cars, and everyone's hovering around, and he wins the contest because he's showing off a 1983 or whatever DeLorean, whatever year it was, 82 maybe. And he's showing this DeLorean off, and he wins first prize. He gets a little money. He gets a 10% off coupon from Goldie Wilson III, I think that was the Goldie, for hover conversion. But hover conversion costs a little bit of money. So Doc, goes to the store where Marty eventually gets the almanac from, and he looks for old things like speaking spells, microwave ovens, phones with the cord, things of that nature, and he's trying to pawn this stuff off, make some money. There's no way he's going to make enough money, and then he comes up with an idea. He travels back to the year 1938. Actually, let me go back to the future. He's at a futuristic pawn shop. He has a silver dollar, very old, but they only want to give him like $6,000 for it. Silver dollar, silver dollar, silver dollar. Takes up one silver dollar, goes back in time to 1938, goes to the drugstore. He buys 10 copies of Schuster and Siegel's Action Comics #1. He buys 10 copies, 10 cents. Here's the silver dollar, 10 copies of Action Comics. Goes back to 2015. Offloads Action Comics #1, 2.5 mil. And the guy's, looking at his Action Comics. Yeah, I bought this Action Comics from this guy, and it's valued at 3 mil, and I only gave him 2.5 mil. And, he's like, shit cares, homeboy, Doc got 9 other issues of Action #1. That's just one of the kind of cool stories. You find out why his house burnt down, you know, the house on JFK Drive. I mean, so many of these stories. You find out the story how Marty met Doc in 1982. You know, what led to the friendship. So, you know, this book, awesome. If you're a fan of Back to the Future, get the trade, issues 1 through 5. Artwork's great. You know, it's fun. It's just a fun, great book. I can't say anything else about it that I haven't already said. I want to show you another book, independent title, great series. I'm only up to issue like 20 something. This is Saga. Great book here. This one is a retailer incentive edition of Saga, 9.8 in the CGC, CBCS, PGX. The Mylar bags, 2 mil. If you're looking for these bags, let me know and I'll sell you some. So this is a great book signed by Fiona Staples and Brian K. Vaughan. I love Saga. That's just a good book. That's one of those books. The other normal issue, number 1, you know, 9.4 grade. I got it in the Mylar. You know, I had to read a copy. You know, you got to get a reader copy. All right, so that was that one. And then my last one I want to show you is this guy. This is Strange Adventures number 180. This is the origin and first appearance of Animal Man. I was the man with animal powers. That's 7.0 CGC, off white to white pages. I really dig these books. I like Animal Man. Strange Adventures. No, it's Showcase. Yeah, Showcase and Strange Adventures. And I don't really have a lot of these. The ones I do have of Strange Adventures are all Animal Man. There is Animal Man's second appearance, where he's out of costume, which I think I got to get that graded. I got the first appearance graded in costume, and then I think I have the first in costume is the third. I've got the fourth appearance, he's in costume, and fifth appearance in costume that need to get graded. I get all of those graded, and then he shows up again in a Wonder Woman book after, I think it's pre-Crisis, I want to say. My Crisis history sucks because I didn't read that stuff. And he was in 2 of those back-to-back Wonder Woman issues, and then he was in a title that had Superman in it at the time. And then, of course, we go into Grant Morrison's run of Animal Man, which I have the full run of that. Haven't started reading that, but I got all those back issues on the down low on the cheap. I read the New 52. I love Animal Man. Another character I love, I don't have any books right now that I want to show. They would be Jimmy Palmiotti's Jonah Hex book, and New 52's All-Star Western. I love the Westerns. Great stories. I got some Lone Ranger by Dynamite by Cassidy. Beautiful covers by Cassidy in there. Very violent books. I've got some All-Star Westerns, the 70s run. I got issue 1. I got issue 2. First appearance of Diablo. I got issue 10. First appearance of Jonah Hex. I do want to get issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I guess I would say 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Get a reprint of number 10 to have a reader copy. And get number 11 either graded or in comic book form. That's the second appearance of Jonah Hex before it went to, I want to say, after that it went to Weird Western Tales at issue 12 and on. And then after that, Jonah Hex got his own series, which is very expensive. I mean, all these back issues are pretty pricey. Jonah Hex did that. And then they had that stupid one where Jonah Hex, it's kind of like a Mad Max feel where he goes into the post-apocalyptic time. I wasn't a big fan of that. It was just called Hex. Then we get the Jimmy Palmiotti run with Justin Gray. I haven't read all those yet. And then we get to the New 52, and then we're up to Rebirth, where I would really love to see Jonah Hex in Rebirth. I need to actually tweet Justin Gray or Jimmy P and find out if I'm going to get some Jonah Hex for Rebirth. And it's been great watching Jonah Hex in Legends of Tomorrow as well. And that's going to do it. I'm going to check the chat one more time. Actually, I'm going to go over the 3 people I want y'all to sub up. I'm going to check the chat one more time, and then we're going to get going here. I know I've been keeping y'all a little late, and I don't mean to do that, but Alex the Comic Horror, 200 subs contest century. He's the man with the master plan. Got a lot of good keys. All right. Contender, man. What's up, dude? Contender's still awake. He living on a Cali time. So subscribe to Alex Comic Hoarder, man. Get in his contests. He's got some great prizes. He's got a Spider-Man book that has J. Scott Campbell. That's the guy. He's got an awesome autograph book. Got so many great prizes. I can't even remember them all. They're so good. And my head's kind of hot with his beanie on. Maverick Freelance. Great guy. Great YouTuber. More people need to sub this guy up because they're missing out. If you like topic videos, it's not all comics. I mean, it's vlogs, it's daily stuff, what he's going through in life, how to make your life better, motivation, all kinds of stuff. Check him out. Rob Harris, another great guy. You know, he doesn't show a multitude of things because a lot of his books are on digital, but he's got that passion for the books. You'll see it in his videos when you watch Rob Harris. Got the link down for him below. Last but not least, I know I'm only going 3, but I believe these 3 to be, they need some more subs, man. I just don't understand. Like, I just really don't get it. I don't know, like, maybe they could, like, I don't know, like, get out there more, maybe mingle more. But, you know, sometimes they might not have time. But is Wonky Ninja. Great guy, great love for the indies. Fan of Six Gun, Colin Bunn and Brian Hurt, one of my favorite series. Got all those issues. I need to keep reading those. I go by trade numbers because I try to read 6 issues at a time, and I think I'm on the 7th, which would be 3 times 6 is 18. Maybe issue 19 and 20 I'm on, but that series went up to, I think, issue 50, and then there's about 3 mini-series. I read Sons of a Gun, excellent 4-part mini, maybe it was 5. Awesome. We love Jolie Jones. Helheim is a good one. Jeff Lemire on Sweet Tooth, which I need to actually start reading, but Jeff Lemire did some great work on Animal Man. Yeah, Wonky, man. It's like, wow, man. Me and Wonky like a lot of the same stuff. We love Green Lanterns. Really good. So I want to go back over the chat real quick. Give shout outs to all these folks. I'm talking about Who Dat Comics, Trinity Comics, Count Von Strange, Space Boy, Funk Off, Space Boy Jordan. That's it, Space Boy Jordan. Count Von Strange 4th, Mr. Chupacandre. Nah, man, Chupacandre, man, my stuff is delayed on the chat. I don't answer the chat as fast as I should. OMG Chris, Funk Off. Man, Funk Off, always good to see you in here. We got the New School, the Cry Lover channel. I'm going to have to check your channel out and watch it a little bit. Splash Page Comics, one of the guys. Gene Paul, another guy. Those 2 dudes together know a lot about the Marvel books. Contender, always good to see Kev in here. I always talk Nylar with Kev. He's fun. Just great to see y'all all tonight, man. Oh yeah, Mr. Fix-It Smash. He is classic. Yeah, when will he return? Man, I'm going to tell you, man, I kind of like, you know, just hadn't talked to him in a long, long time. He kind of, you know, he has some YouTube stuff. I may try to get back a hold of him if I can. It's just, you know, I haven't chatted with him in a long time, you know, but great collector, Mr. Fix-It Smash. Yeah, Mr. Fix-It Smash, man. Great collector. Uncanny Kyle Walker was here. Huge X-Men fan. Gene Paul Ace Peter, let me tell you, Fing Fang Foom, Big Ass Monsters, that's his style. Silver Age, Marvel Monster books. Huge fan of those. Just knows a lot about Marvel. And yeah, man, I just want to thank all y'all for watching. We had some good viewers tonight. And Alex, man, again, Alex Comic Hoarder, 200 subs, brother. I mean, that's amazing. And I know you're going to do great things here in the YouTube comic book community. Oh, yeah. Okay, Trinity, I'm sorry, brother. Trinity, me too, brother. I want a Shazam Rebirth. I want Plastic Man and the Freedom Fighters. I want maybe Plastic Man Rebirth, Freedom Fighters Rebirth. I like Plastic Man as a fun character. Pair him up with old Freedom Fighters, dude. I love that. I want to get Freedom Fighters' first two appearances into the DC continuity. Was it Quality Comics? I can't remember. So many good publishers that weren't as big as DC or Marvel at that time. But man, Uncle Sam, um, um, Phantom Lady, and the Doll Man, the Ray, Human Bomb. Um, God, I love Freedom Fighters. I can't wait to get those books. They're going to be awesome. But anyway, yeah. Midnight release variant of the one shot. So yeah, he's got to get some Rebirth love. I mean, he'll be around, you know. And he was on that Rebirth #1, if that's the one you're talking about. That one where he was kind of like on the side, I think. And yeah, he had his hood on, you know. So that some people may have not noticed him because he just looked like an everyday, you know, guy. But I love the new 52 look. I actually got a deal behind me. I guess it's this way. It's the new 52. I got some new 52 Shazam back there on the shelf, action figure and Kotobukiya and stuff like that. I don't have the action. I got the Kotobukiya and I got the statue. You got a lot of Shazam love on that side. Got a lot of Fantastic Four on that side. I got Avengers over here. I got Justice League over here. Of course, my team, man, is Justice League. Love Justice League. I love those DC Kotobukiyas. I do love the Marvel Kotobukiyas, and I like that set I got back there because I love the Avengers movie. Oh, you know, that's another me and Walkie were talking about last night. Old Matt Kent on Frankenstein, Agent of Shade, where he had the Creature Commandos. Father Time was there. Damn, I think even Ray Palmer may have been there as well. We didn't get a lot of love from Ray Palmer that much in the new 52. But man, I love that title. So many good books, man. And they canceled them. I heard Static Shock was pretty good. That was one of the first new 52 titles they got rid of. It would have been nice, man, if some of those titles could have went more or longer. But I think the Convergence thing was a way to kind of merge things back together. It's really amazing how things that are happening in real life that a lot of us don't see that are happening are happening in comic books. Particle accelerators on the Flash TV show, parallel Earths, portals, um, Flashpoint. That was a big one. You know, after Barry changed or ran back in time and changed stuff, he comes back and things are a little different. They're not what you remember. But some people actually have those memories. So anyway, all kind of cool ass shit that DC is actually doing, not only in their shows, but in their comic books as well. And sorry, I just don't read that much Marvel anymore currently. But man, DC is killing it. And I know my man Jeremy on Trinity Comics will agree. DC is rocking and rolling, and they cannot be stopped. Man, I love you people. I love going live, man. I've had fun with this Alex the Comic Quarter 200 subs contest entry. And normally I don't do contest entries. For one, I don't know how long this damn video's been going. But this is a hell of a lot of fun. Now, not to change the subject, but I heard Marvel may be rebooting their old horror titles. You know? Universal is in the process of, and you know, they go where the money is. Disney's no idiot. They're going where the money is. Universal is redoing their horror titles. Now, two I actually enjoyed from the old days was the original, well, Mummy, man. Mummy with Boris Karloff, Emotep. I mean, that was excellent. But you know, when they had that Mummy movie and there was the Scorpion King little rock cameo in that movie, that was a damn good movie. And that spawned a lot of great. The sequel was good, and the Scorpion King movie I thought was great too. Awesome movie. Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins in The Wolfman, which was spot on. I mean, a fan of the 1945 Lon Chaney Jr. and Claude Rains that black and white Wolfman movie. Um, the new movie with Benicio del Toro, like I said, I think it was Emily Blunt, the girl that's married to Jim Krasinski or whatever his name is, or John Krasinski, the guy from The Office. That movie was excellent. They had Lawrence Talbot as Benicio del Toro. They kept the names. They had the cane, the wolf cane with the silver head. They had the poem, "For every man who's pure in heart says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon's right." They had everything. They had the gypsy in there. It was perfect. And you had a little swerve, so it wasn't exactly the same. You had the Anthony Hopkins character actually lock himself up because he was a werewolf too. Awesome. So if they can, no doubt Universal will knock these movies out of the park. And you know, as they do, Marvel will reboot the horror titles, put them out there in all their main books, you know, advertise them on CBR, all the comic book websites. Uh, what's another one? I don't know. CBR's one. There's another one, Comic Vine. Everyone on here is going to talk about it because we have that passion for comics. Almost as if the comic book community has a lot of passion, just as much passion as these big time websites have. But yeah, you put out horror comics because Universal's going to reboot those horror characters. It's a win-win for both sides. You go where the money is. The money's in the movies. The money's in the TV shows. So you go where the money is. That's kind of my little, I guess, speculatory talk, but not really speculatory as opposed to popularity of these things. But anyways, again, thank y'all so much for coming out. If Marvel does ever bring back Fantastic Four and the OG X-Men and Wolverine, oh yeah, they'd be great again. Shit, you know, Trinity, I'd be picking up that Fantastic Four book. And you know, like I said, I talked on LP show, the original Marvel Now, when the original Marvel Now came out, the all-new X-Men book and the Uncanny X-Men book, they went hand in hand. I didn't get Uncanny because I never liked the dickhead Cyclops, the one that killed Professor Xavier in AVX. I never liked that version of Cyclops. Um, what an ass. I did not like him. But I loved how Beast brought the original 5 X-Men to the future, present day. I thought that was an excellent storyline. And you know I love time travel from the Back to the Future thing. Time travel is awesome. I mean, who doesn't love to think about going back in time and changing something? 11/22/63, the day JFK was shot. I mean, I love that. I didn't read the Stephen King book, but I watched the James Franco series on Hulu. It was freaking excellent. So much awesomeness in that show. Great show. But anyways, where's Boston Chris at? This means war. Yeah, I miss Boston. I didn't see him on tonight, but he's a good YouTuber as well. Fans, I've mentioned a lot of names tonight in the show here tonight on the Great Legend Show, celebrating Alex the Comic Hoarder 200 subs contest. I don't even know how long this has been going, but dude, Alex, man, it's like Damien. You know, it's like Gregory Peck's wife, or was it the maid or the baby? No, it was the babysitter, I think. The maid. She says, "It's all for you, Damien." And then she just commits suicide. She just drops off the building in the Omen. That's some devil worship shit. But good times, man. Good times. Great night. Great night to be with all the folks in the chat. It's kind of a slow night for live shows. I know Chaz wanted to go with Kyushu Comics, and the way they do their hangouts, I call them instant live shows via Google Hangouts. That stuff for some reason was not working, so I figured, you know, since most people do their live shows via Google Hangouts, I think only Don does it the way I do it, or you know, similar. But I was like, you know, since no one's going live, there's a lot of people out there that they enjoy YouTube sometimes better than TV shows. So I said, you know, I'll give them some stuff that's live. And man, let me tell you, I want y'all to watch out for this Alex the Comic Hoarder. because he's going to start popping up live very soon. He's already been practicing and getting invites. All the live shows are inviting this guy. I mean, he's white hot right now. And when I say white hot, that's pretty damn hot. So that's like solar system hot, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to thank everyone again for watching the Legend of Nights and sticking around, celebrating with me on the Alex, the Comic Hoarder 200 subscriber contest. So much fun, man. So much fun. So much goodness here in the YouTube land. So anyways, thanks again. Thank you everyone in the chat. Check out the video or the video description. Check out the links down below. You'll be glad you did, and you'll be subscribed to some great folks if you're not already subscribed to them. So from my buddy, just went over 200 subs, Alex the Comic Hoarder. Check his contest out. For Alex the Comic Hoarder, I'm the Great Legend Show. Saying peace out. God bless.